scruff. Pretty damn cool.
No
Interesting to
doubt.
see if people just try to boycott, because I've actually heard that being used. Boycott Hendrick Motorsports
Indeed.
for this. He's building the future. That's what he's doing. He's building the future after racing.
Three, two, one.
What's up, everyone? Hope everybody out there is off to a great day. We're going to talk about a couple different things here today with NASCAR personalities. Some wild things, honestly. And I also want to give an Earnhardt land update. I never followed up with that, and might be some people out there who don't know what happened there. But yeah, we're going to be talking about Rick Hendrick Motorsports, situation that's awry or kind of developed in the area where I live, around Charlotte, North Carolina, that some people are upset about. Well, let's start out here with Joey Logano. Building an area, developing an area in Huntersville, North Carolina. Check out this entrance right here. Pretty cool. Just missing the Duke Boy's horn as he made that wild entrance in there. We're doing a groundbreaking, and probably the most groundbreaking thing of this was this right here, the new Joey Logano. Pretty wild to see right there. I'm going to say, Joey, I like the look. Scruff, pretty damn cool. And other people out there saying it looked like Breaking Bad instead of a groundbreaking, comparing them to Walter White, which is, it's honestly pretty funny. But yeah, cool look for Joey. Yeah, well, what do you think? You like it? I think there's a couple other drivers out there who might need to follow suit. And I'm not going to name names, just saying. But, here's the other wild part about this. SVG, he's rubbing off on people. Just take a look at it. Comes in, got that slick look and everything else, fast as hell. Rubbing off on people. Actually rubbing off on me because I'm losing mine, so I feel for you guys. But anyways, yeah, doing this groundbreaking ceremony out there because he's building the future. That's what he's doing. He's building the future after racing. But they're building this big development on 70 acres out there. It's going to be 747 residential units, over 400,000 square foot of facilities for retail, restaurants, everything else. Something that's very welcome by Huntersville. And another cool thing is they're not going to tear down. They're going to try to save as many trees as they can and everything else. And Joey Logano with the Joey Logano Foundation pledged over $500,000 to make sure that a portion of these homes go to families that are in need somewhat. But these are families that are foster families, foster parents, and also recent graduates. So I love the fact that just shows the personality, man. And if you've never been around Joey, people got different things from seeing him on TV, but man, all I ever do is see the guy smile. So he's smiling on some other folks as well. But the other cool part about this is he's building it right where Clutch Studios is. That's his studio. A really cool story about Clutch because as a driver, they have to do so many commercials, fly around. I actually just went into some details, I think, here recently about the way the commercial season is, especially this time of year. But he was having to take so much time to be away from family. He thought, why not just build a studio? Then I can be home. I don't have to travel for all this stuff. And it worked out really great because so many other major brands, other race team, everybody uses this studio facility. I've actually filmed there myself before. Cool place. A lot of memorabilia in the lobby area of Joey. Old truck sitting there. I mean, it's just a cool place to be and everything else. So he's establishing this area and, again, man, establishing his future. But once again, take a look at that guy right there. What do you think about that? I think it's pretty damn cool. But, okay, now we got to jump over here to Hendrick Motorsports. This is a wild story, and it's got interesting aspects to it because if you're in the Charlotte area, you're kind of familiar with what's going on because you hear it on the news every night. You can read it on every platform of your local news, everything else. But Hendrick Motorsports basically sold vehicles to the government to use in the ICE agency here in Charlotte, North Carolina. It's caused some outrage. There's people who are upset about this, including a couple U.S. representatives that are involved in this. A lot of different people. Like I say again, you can hear the different sides if you read any threads on anything around here. But they sold these vehicles to the government to be used like this. They were Tahoes, according to the government, according to Rick Hendrick and everything with this situation, that they needed the vehicles pronto, and nobody else around had the vehicles available. If you know any of the Hendrick dealerships, there's a lot of them, especially around here, and there's a lot of vehicles available. So they got allotted $2.2 million to purchase these vehicles. They spent just under $1.5 million with Hendrick Motorsports to get these. And I should add this into that this is a different complete device other than Hendrick. It's under the umbrella, but it's Hendrick Technical Solutions. And if you've recently seen my episode, you see that I did on GM Defense, which is right next door to Hendrick Motorsports. So obviously, strong ties between this right here. GM Defense making military vehicles. These are just regular Tahoes off the lot. And it's crazy to think for me that people can get mad at somebody for selling vehicles when that's what he's done all of his life. But there is things, because they say that there should be a kind of bidding, not a bidding war, but there should have been aspects to let other people bid to try to get these things going on. But they just simply said nobody else had the vehicles readily available, and also had a government contract, which Hendrick Motorsports does. So, what do you think about that? You think there's a conflict of interest? This is a bad look for Hendrick Motorsports to do something like this. There's a lot of different ways to look at this, but obviously, some people are really upset about it. So, it's going to be interesting to see if people just try to boycott, because I've actually heard that being used, boycott Hendrick Motorsports for this purpose. I have no dogs in this fight, so don't judge me on it. I'm just telling you the stories. And also, the Earnhardt land. Again, I don't know if anybody did an update on this. I did 2 episodes on this prior. And thankfully, in the end, Teresa Earnhardt, who was going to build a huge data center on a property that was formerly owned by Dale Earnhardt and herself, withdrew the whole deal. So happy for the people in Mooresville. The people in Mooresville are very happy to know the wildlife, the history, everything's going to stay the same, at least for right now. Honestly, there could be some other developments I just haven't run across yet. But again, this is going to turn into a big data center that was going to really put a strain on a lot of the infrastructure in the area. But thankfully, she had a heart, remembered her time around here, and pulled that deal back to let that land stay untouched and live with the legacy that it's always had. But anyways, once again, what do you think about this? What do you think about that? Kind of cool. So, man, thanks for watching. Again, thanks for everybody who left messages on the last episode. Again, I didn't want to be away for a couple weeks. Just tough times. And again, this is my therapy, so it feels good to be here in this chair. Thanks again to everyone out there. And man, as always, we'll see you at Checkered Flag.